Hey everyone. Barack Barker, come on. Hey everyone. Is he coming? Where is he? There he is. Okay, so here we go. Bringing you a special night edition of the vlog. How often have I done a day vlog and then a night vlog? Same day. It's rare, but this is important. Because it's about the magic of crypto, the magic of gambling, the magic of putting it all on black or red and doubling your money, or in crypto 10x your money, 37 to 1. Betting on a number in roulette, sure, you're crazy to put all your money on that. People will do that. People put all their money on a number. It's not how I roll. I usually, when I go all in, I put all my money on something, and then rarely do I go all in. My money's spread all over in crypto. I like to rotate, but really it's all about going all in on the strongest plays, because when you understand risk reward, as I've talked about, you can basically conquer any sort of crypto. But there's a lot of mystic elements to crypto, narratives that constantly change, so it's hard to keep up, right? This vlog can only be about 16 minutes before it collapses, so hopefully I say what I want to say in 16 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to see the little frogs. It's okay. It'll shut down whatever after 16 minutes, maybe 17. It's not an exact science. Okay, so talk a little about life, a little about crypto. So I want to talk about psyop. I didn't really talk about it lately. So we got 10% of our money back in airdrop, and I kept thinking, wait, what the hell's going on? psyop, he raised $7 million and only gave $700,000 back. So we had to send any number, apparently from half an ETH to 5 ETH. I don't know exactly what the numbers were. I was going to send 5 ETH originally. Then I said I'll send 2.5 ETH, and then I chickened out and only sent 2 ETH. And then yesterday, people were talking about psyop, doubling their money. I'm like, huh? It's been dead. Basically a chart that did nothing. High liquidity, fully diluted value of $500 million. Like, what is this coin? Why would anyone buy it? Is this part of the psyop? Is anything going to happen? Okay, Ben.ETH is a scammer, raising $7 million in pre-sale. No surprise there, right? But the largest pre-sale turned out to be the largest airdrop. Was it larger than the 30,000 times 300, 10 million? Yeah, that WSB did. I think so. Yeah, because the 7 million. So the WSB chart, I'll go back to psyop. It ended up going 4x in a day, a little over a day in like 3 hours. Went 4x. I'm like, huh? How this even happened? I don't know. They rebalanced the pools, the liquidity pools, to make it easier to pump, more liquid for people to buy. I don't know exactly what happened, but got sent. And guess what happened to our 10%, the 700,000 out of the 7 million? The airdrop was redistributed. So now the airdrop is worth 28 million, 4x. So the largest airdrop, no, Arbitrum had the largest airdrop. I think they gave like 1 billion Arbitrum. So 1.3 billion or whatever it was. So yeah, Arbitrum was the largest airdrop. There are other largest airdrops. But in terms of DeFi pre-sales, this is pretty significant. At least this season is the largest airdrop in meme season. So why didn't I go all in? Why did I put 2 ETH instead of 10 ETH? Because everyone said it wasn't feasible to raise $7 million and for everyone to make money, because we've seen all these coins that pump and dump. But this was different. This one, they only gave 10% of the airdrop to people. Not 10% of the airdrop, but 10% back that people put in. So it was like basically 2.5% if you assume the airdrop was 4x. So it's a little bit crazy how they did this. So that's the psyop. So a great thing how they rebalanced the pool, and everyone said the dev was going to be completely incompetent because Ben.eth was incompetent, or eth_Ben is his Twitter name. Ben.eth is his appearance, the visible display name. So, congrats to all my friends. Special shout out to Bud. I actually met Bud in 2020 DeFi season on the pumpkin farm. I don't even know the name of the main coin that was farming pumpkin at this point. It's been so long, but we were farming pumpkins. I was up like 7,000 in 30 minutes and then down. It took me like 24 hours without sleep farming pumpkin to try to break even, but it was a negative. And they said if you had $100,000 in pumpkin, your rewards are double or triple. And it was like a crazy Ponzi. The Ponzi farms that all went to zero, kind of like the meme coins actually. But this was back in summer 2020. Actually August, September 2020. The first, of course, was YFI. Largely successful because it wasn't widely distributed. That's why each YFI ended up peaking at like 50,000, 56,000, somewhere around there. 52,000, I don't know. GCR kept saying, sell when he was back in tick. Sell $20,000 YFI, short it, get rid of it. And he was right eventually, but it did go on for a while. Like there are some people who had 10 YFI at peak, $500,000. I mean, people had all different amounts, but I knew a guy that had 10 YFI. And then GCR is like, he has to get rid of it. Get rid of all that YFI. But it ended up hitting 56. I mean, eventually I think he sold, but he probably sold in the 20,000s or 30,000s. But nice exit regardless for a free airdrop. We're just staking ETH. It was actually Andre Cronje, you know him as the head of Phantom, right? The founder of Phantom. He's actually the founder of DeFi, father of DeFi, the founder of YFI, Efi, whatever you want to call it. It was actually called Iron Finance, and then they changed the name to YFI, Urine Finance. But originally it was Iron Finance, YFI. Yeah, so Ben.eth with the psyop. So everything pointing to an impossible race. You would have to camp saying, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna gamble. And then the other camp said, it's not sustainable, $7 million race for everyone to make money on a pre-sale. Not sustainable, how is he gonna give that away? Well, the thing is, he waited, was it last Monday and then this Monday? Well, actually Thursday the airdrop got sent out. It's only been 4 days. Wow. So, no, 5 days. Is it on Friday, Thursday or Friday? I think Thursday to Tuesday. So 5 days, or 4 days, I think they rebalanced yesterday. A lot of people sold the bottom when they rebalanced. Good thing I didn't find out yesterday. Good thing I found out today. Anyway, so I've been rugged left and right. There was a fair launch called Redact with a pre-sale. And they posted the contract, but I was away for literally 30 seconds. In that 30 seconds, it was like 2 or 3 blocks. And the price already pumped 3x in those 3 blocks. Like, I'm buying 3x versus buying right at the launch. So there are sniper bots that can read the contract from Telegram. So if an admin or moderator posts the contract, it automatically reads that contract, that OX, whatever, matches this 42 or 43. I don't know how many digits the contract is, and it buys. So that's great to have, right? We're still going here. 8 minutes, yeah. I will be able to show you the tats. I'm talking pretty fast. And I did mail that shattered phone to the repair guy. Hi. I'm good. Hi.
Have a great day.
See you later. Did you see the frogs?
The frogs?
Yeah.
No, they're...
No, in the pond up there, there's a bunch of frogs.
Oh, I saw a little bit. They're like
Yeah.
babies, right?
Yeah, they're little frogs. They were tadpoles. They took 45 days. The first week of April, first and second week, the frogs laid the eggs, and then they had. Yeah. Okay, so psyop. 5 days they rebalanced it. Obviously, the dude can't take $7 million and rip it off, but it's obvious in hindsight, like anyone can scam, right? But to be so public, I thought he just scammed people and then it was over. So is psyop going to keep going? Is it the next big thing? It's 2.2 billion market cap now. It might be down to like 2 billion, 2.1, but that's fully diluted value. I don't think all tokens are circulating. And then Ben.eth holders, I talked about that one. I sold the Ben bottom for 1 Ethereum. It would have been worth 3.5 ETH. So way to go on that one. It's just, you're being outplayed and outmatched by everyone else. So when you zig, you should be zagging. It's the way it is now. The end of the season, you can't just buy everything and hope it goes up. So, congrats to the psyop. I bet some people actually sold their psyop. I wonder how many 10 or 20% of the people sold their psyop for a 90% loss. Oh no, that was, but then they got the other 900% of the psyop. So I think if they just got 10%, even though they sold it for a loss, he redistributed the other 90%. So they could have sold for basically break even, minus 10% or minus 9%. So, really interesting play, this psyop. So crypto, I'll talk about crypto before the vlog ends in 5 minutes. Crypto is about just believing that something impossible. If there's a sure play where you can put all your money in, sometimes there are in leaks, even leaks. Thing with exchange leaks, when you know a coin is going to list and pump, is you don't know when, you don't know the exact date. Some people had leaks that were close to announcement. Sometimes you do get leaks that are that close. You can just buy the day before or double up, but usually the odds are, especially with Coinbase when they were doing leaks on chain, you didn't know exactly when the coin was going to list. So you just knew when they were doing more tests, and you were hoping that the more tests, the more on-chain swaps, tiny test transactions from the Coinbase test wallet that they were doing, the closer it was to leaking. We didn't know for sure. Apparently, I wasn't involved in the leaks. I was just copying wallets that were tracking the leaks. Yeah, so really interesting how leaks played out that way. So in terms of leaks, you can make 10x on your money sometimes, or in shipping, it went 70 or 80x to peak. But from like 0.1 to 0.2 cents all the way to 13 cents or something on Coinbase. So it did do, depending on how you're looking at it, like 50 to 100x. But we just didn't know the exact date. The market could have rugged everything crazy, but the risk reward was so in your favor, the small risk to high reward. But then in January, everything didn't list. The only coin that listed was UPI, and then Crypt listed after that. Everything else rugged. Madword lost 99% on one of his coins. I think he sold for a 99% loss. He had like a million or 2 million in. He ended up taking 20,000 out of that. Crazy. In a month, it might be too hot at night to even go at night. Actually, it's usually August or July, so I might have 2 more months of night walks. So I'll get to the TADs right here. So like crypto is a magical mystery of risk reward. Refund, I said in today's vlog, it cooled off at 100 million market cap. Now it's 65 million. Bounced at like 52 million or something. 54 million. Mr. F went all the way down to 82 cents and then it bounced to $1.29. This is a crazy place. Key went all the way to 8.5 cents. I last left you, it had dipped from 7.9 cents to 7.2, and I thought about longing, but I didn't. Of course, I played chicken. So the great part about crypto is there's this magical mystery surrounding it. Sometimes you have to get lucky. Actually, most of the times you have to get lucky, but it's the small amount of time playing that edge, whether it's a leak, whether you're botting, rather you're super advanced like Jared from Subway and doing meth, and you just have to believe that something's going to play out in your favor, and it happens. Like I could have put 50,000 in the Ben.eth pre-sale spread. I think the wallet limit was like 5 ETH, so I would have had to spread it amongst 5 wallets or so. And it would have played out perfectly. Actually, I would have had 5 days of hating myself. I think those are the tads. Yeah, we still have a lot of tads here. We have 2 minutes, I think, till the vlog ends, so I'm out of storage. Any froggies? Mainly tads. And sometimes you just have to believe. And also, the best place where you just buy and forget about it and come back in a few days or a few weeks, depending on what it is. You have to have your trade thesis. I talked about in past vlogs. Your trade thesis, why this coin should go up, blah, blah, blah. Not just buying a coin, hoping it goes up a couple hours later. That's not really a trade thesis. Sometimes it is, depending on the volatility of a coin. These tads should be frogs, but they're not. Maybe all the frogs hopped away. So I might have to wait another week for these. But it's weird, I can't show you one frog. So like key with that play, I said the first 2 minutes it was PvP. The botters, like Karen and Runes, they PvP'd each other. And then Professor Landy comes in and he's like, I don't care, I'll buy it 6.4 or 6.5 cents or whatever. He bought 3 or 5% higher, 3 to 5% higher than the botters. And then he held the moon bag. He sold most of it at like 20% profit. And then he held the moon bag. So he ended up making close to 20 or 25,000 just for being a believer. Sometimes you're gonna look at all that moss. And I can't really show you the light, but these tads are really getting their legs. You see their legs? No, it's hard to see their legs. It's too dark. They are getting their little legs. And we have a minute left. Special shout out to all my viewers, commenters, Jamie Foundation, Jai, Ango, Marco. He got into botting at the tail end of botting season. Zeus has been getting creamed by botting. Extreme PvP, but you gotta have that bot that reads the contract from Telegram at this point. There's no other way around it. So no froggies yet. Next week. Oh, little tads? How are we still? These frogs are super late breeding if we have little tads like that. Don't get all wet. No. Come to the short pond. The short pond. Oh, Bella, you're gonna get all wet. Thanks for watching. 30 more seconds of tad action. So sometimes it just takes a few days for your thesis to play out. Like if you look at the minute by minute, like air swap that it was gonna pump after Binance listing, not just before when Binance announced it, but the actual first couple hours of trading where it went to 23 cents versus where it was 17 cents before trading started. Like that's one trading thesis. You just gotta believe, or Bitcoin's gonna go to 30,000, back to 30,000. Yeah, it might take 6 months, but it's super hard. The day trading is super hard in crypto unless you're news trading. So I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching. Oh, look at all those tads. These are the late tads, the late bloomers. Some are bigger though. I shouldn't say that. I'm tippy-toeing since I don't want to crush them. But if my toe hits them, odds are they're gonna crush. It's gonna crush. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's big. He's been around a while. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He knows not to run until the last possible moment. Actually, I'm gonna be able to stop this before I fill up. Dirk, who's the master of the Doginals and the Cardinals, the DRC20s, he's gonna make it since he's just putting all his effort into DRC20. Most are gonna be worthless, but what he buys with his DRC20 minting going on, he's just minting 24 hours a day now. He's gonna make it. And Pudgy's 6th, the flippening. Milady's matched Pudgy's and they wicked to 7th, back to 4. Then Pudgy's came back from 4th and just shot up to 6th. I don't think they'll make a higher high at 7th. We'll see. Goodbye, folks. You gotta have faith, belief, and just give it a few days sometimes to have your trading thesis play out. I said it's not a holder's market. It was a news market the end of last year in the fall. But now it mixes up. Sometimes it's a holder's market. The meme coin holding Pepe 1000x or whatever, 2000x. Special shout out to Ali. That was a great play. Indies, who's aping 40th blind into new meme coins. Unreal. Dude must be almost 7 figures for meme coins. He's aping that much. So Ben, it was all about Ben. He came through. But everyone can't dump at the same time. If everyone starts dumping and the news spreads about the huge airdrop, yeah, maybe they'll dump. Or maybe it'll keep pumping. That's the way crypto is, the magic of crypto. Good night, folks. See you again. Good night. Good night, folks. See you again next time. Actually, when I do it like that, you can't see my hand.